Here's a bit of an update video just to show you what I've been up to. Nothing exciting. I've just taken the table saw blade out. I cut a heap of treated pine for a friend the weekend, and that had a lot of sap in it, but the blade had quite a bit of pitch built up on it anyway, so it did need a clean. So I've put it in this bag and I use oven cleaner to clean that. So I've put a heap of oven cleaner in there and I'll just leave that overnight, and then in the morning I'll get a toothbrush and that'll just clean up easy as anything. It'll be like new. So I've just done that. The other thing I've been playing with is this guide here. It's basically just a piece of plywood with some dados in it and some angles on it, and that's for setting the mitre gauge. So I've got a 45 degree, a 30 and a 60, and obviously the 90 there, the square. And the idea is you just put you get the right one. Let's get the right one. We'll set the 45 first. So I have to turn it over, put that on the bar. This is going to be difficult to do with one hand, but we'll give it a go. It's quite a tight fit, so it's actually quite hard to push along, but you can see how that works there. You push it along, and as long as this is accurate, so as long as that face is 45 degrees to the mitre, to the dado, and then we'll tighten that up, then that's going to be accurate. I haven't actually checked it for accuracy yet, but that wouldn't be difficult. It'd be a case of doing a test and then just adjusting the edges here. The only other thing I've got to do, because this was just a test and I went through a little bit too far. I went nearly halfway, so the dado wouldn't be quite as deep, and then whatever I've done this side I have to match and do on the other side. And that's so, like we've just done this 45 degree here, if we want to go the other way then we have to put it that way, if that makes any sense, with the dado underneath. I think that makes sense. So it's got all your main angles, and it will be just a very fast way of setting your mitre gauge to those main angles, and you know it's accurate, so you're not relying on this gauge here, because that's next to useless if it needs to be accurate. The other thing I've been playing with, so I'm going to make a video actually for that before I go on. I'm going to make a video for that. It'll just be a quick video. It'll probably only be 4 or 5 minutes or something like that. And I was thinking about doing it for the last video, but I thought that was as long as it needed to be without adding that on. And that video was more about safety. It was about accuracy as well, so it could have gone in there, but it was more about safety. But anyway, I think I'll still make just a quick video for that. I'm still going to make the bedside tables, and that's the other thing I was quickly going to show you. Haven't done a fantastic job of that, but it's not too bad. I had a practice at doing this joint here, a bridle joint, but it's a bit of a funny angle as well. And just with, I think that was Merbau. I wouldn't be using Merbau. It was just a scrap I found. So I had a practice at that, and even though it's okay, but I'm sure I can do better anyway. But it was worth having a bit of a practice. So that I will definitely be making that very soon. So maybe as soon as I finish the other one, the guide for the mitre gauge, then I'll go straight onto that. And I just thought I'd quickly show you in here. I've just bought this workbench. It's a little bit rough around the edges. It's not great, but I paid $50 for it. It's steel and it has a vise on it. The vise, I don't think it's anything special. I've never heard of a Presto before. That's what it is, but it's usable and it'll be handy. And it's got a bit of weight in it, and it's got a steel top, and I don't have a workbench with a steel top, so that'll be handy for welding. So I think I'm still working in here. I haven't done that much. I haven't really had a chance. I'll just quickly show you what I have done actually. I've put some studding across the top there, even though that hasn't been fixed to the wall yet. But that wall, it was a bit wobbly. I think I showed you that before. That will really strengthen it up, because with a corrugated iron, there's plenty of strength vertically as long as they're fixed at the top and bottom, and maybe one in the middle, and then it should really be quite strong, because it has a certain amount of strength on its own, as long as it's fixed horizontally in 2 or 3 places. So that should be a lot better. So with the floor, I've just placed these ones down here. I'm going to drill straight into the floor and screw into the floor, and that'll fix the bottom, and I think that should really strengthen it up. and then I'll put some more corrugated iron on this side. That's the idea. And then this bench, I'm going to tidy it up a bit as well. I'll paint it up, give it a bit of a grind first and paint it up. That's going to sit in this corner over here. Well, I say in the corner, I have my welders, I think, in the corner, and then that next to it there. So that's the plan there. Anyway, that's what I've been up to, and that's the plan. I think that I'm going to get on with. I'm going to do that guide and then get on with the bedside tables, and then it will be getting close to Christmas. And actually, saying that, I'll mention as well, we are going to go away for a week, and that's not next week, the week after on the Monday. So we'll be going away for a week there as well. So I really could do with getting that other video out with the bedside tables.